Some of you might have been asking, what did Sam see in Yemi, or what did Yemi see in Sam that made them get married to each other? At the end of this video, you will find out what exactly I saw in my wife that made me settle down with her, and maybe probably what
I saw in my husband that made me say I do.
All right, welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. This is our 8th video of the 100 videos challenge in 100 weeks. We want you to keep us accountable. Hopefully, we're able to hit the 100 videos challenge. What should we use to celebrate ourselves and our subscribers? What do you think? We'll think about it. We'll think about it. So we'll think about it. I mean, you can let us know, how should we celebrate 100 videos on this channel? 100 valuable videos in 100 days. In 100 weeks, right? This is number 8. All right, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Sam.
My name is Yemi.
If you're just meeting us, we are a migrant couple in the United Kingdom, and we share about how life's been so far, and things that we did prior, things that we're doing now, and general things, to encourage you, especially if you're a young person, young couple, or young person just looking forward to have a very beautiful home. We don't claim to be the perfect example, but everything we share from the depth of our heart and from the sincerest perspective. We hope you join our family today. Thank you.
Thank you. So guys, what did I see in Sam that made me say I do? Yeah, should I go first?
Yeah, go first.
Okay, so I have a long list. I have a very long list, but I'll just try to
please
summarize.
Exactly.
So the first thing that got me attracted to him was that he's a good listener. He listens so well, and one of the reason I cherish this attribute so well is because I've been in some circles that it felt like I didn't feel heard. So when I saw someone that, he was really attentive to the things I was saying, and I was thinking of it that, okay, he's listening, and he was really, really attentive. So it got me attracted to him, that this is someone that would, listen to you and not just keep talking and keep blabbing and keep, just want you to hear him and not listen to what you have to say. So that was the first thing that got me attracted to him.
What was the first thing that got me attracted to Yemi? First thing was our intentionality in serving God.
Okay.
Because because we used to see that kind of thing, so we're able to picture it that this person will be there in choir rehearsal, is there in vigil, is there in this, is there in that. I'm like, who is this small girl, tiny lady, just messing the whole place around? So I just like the intentionality, the fact that sometimes I knew that she was in school, so she would leave school for rehearsal, leave school to just be in a vigil that we want to minister. That intentionality was what attracted me. One of the things actually that got me attracted to her. She was very intentional. She was showing up. She was just showing up. Somebody that, and that attribute has already paid off for her, because now she shows up. She wants to. The moment she's into something, she's into the thing, right? She shows up. She shows up fully, and I'm really glad for that, especially with the things of God. And that thing really got me attracted to her. So thank you for being intentional about serving God.
So the second thing that got me attracted to Sam was that he's a man of vision. He has a vision. He knows where he's headed to, and whenever he shares his vision, is really, really. If you know him, Pastor Sam as a man who is passionate about the kingdom. So that was one thing, and if there was one thing I had known very early enough, was that I was going to get married to a minister, someone who is, more like a servant of God, not pastor, someone who serves God. And so I was not in the category of people when they say you marry a pastor and then they say God forbid. So I already knew that it was something I was looking forward to. God had already told me that before, so I was not fighting it. So I already saw it, and when I came across him, I saw that this man is a visionaire, a visionaire. He knows what he's doing, knows where he's headed to. And whenever he shares this thing, I see that there are things that are in line with my vision, with things that I'm doing, and with things that God has, prepared me to do. So I saw that and I knew that, let's go for it, man.
The second thing I would say I saw in Yemi was the fact that she was modest. Modest in all kinds. Modest in words. She doesn't talk too much. So when you say somebody is modest in all areas. She doesn't dress too much. She doesn't talk too much. She doesn't do too much. She doesn't make up too much. Now that I said makeup, now that may look very controversial, but it was just something I saw like, this person is very modest. Moderation. I love moderation a lot. Somebody that can understand that this is what we have access to and manage that and not demand for something that is not within reach. Yeah. So that was because I knew that as somebody that probably had a vision, you may not have access to all the resources at once. So as they begin to come, we can begin to expand our appetite for things and nations and to take over the nations of the earth for God. But before that, there's a process that builds up to that. So I knew that I needed somebody that was moderate, someone that won't want too much. I'm somebody that gives out a lot, right? I give out a lot by the grace of God, but I'm also concerned about what I'm giving out. Are you receiving it from the place of I deserve it, or are you receiving it from the place of, oh, that was good, oh, thank you, because that will now spur me up to do much. So that's from a perspective, somebody that is modest. She doesn't talk too much. Somebody that you will say, oh, don't speak here, and will not say, no, I will talk. No. Don't talk is don't talk. I will not say no, I will talk. I will say what's in my mouth. I will whatever should happen will happen. No. So me, I'm not looking for somebody like that. I'm not looking for trouble. so that was one of the things that I saw in Yemi.
I'm blushing. Okay, so one other thing, he has actually mentioned it already, was that he's very generous. He's a very generous person. And he, when we just started, was it when we started, or we were still in the process of starting to date, and there was a time I went to braid my hair. He was like, send the account number, how much is it? I'm like,
who is this one?
Who is this boy? I know this will sound somehow because there are many people that they are very fine with, guys, with people paying for their,
No, she drilled me. She said,
so
why will you?
But it was not something I grew up, I didn't grow up with that kind of understanding that you pay for if there's anything I need, let me ask. I will ask my mom. I will ask my siblings. So I was fine with that. So when he asked me to send my account details, it felt weird. Yeah. So from there, and then when we started, he bought me shirts, and he has, so many gifts. Oh my God, so many gifts, so many valuable gifts that he has, given out. And I saw all of that, and I saw that, okay, this person is someone who is, that's one of the attributes that you should look out for. Not someone who is stingy, that is not able to, assist people. And if you know that you are capable, even though you are not capable, but at least you have that little thing to, share with people. So that was one thing that got me attracted. Is very, very generous. Even our mentor mentioned something like that during his teaching on Sunday, that generosity is something that his wife also looked out for, that they were able to manage it. But he was even looking at that even though when they didn't have, they were still giving out to people. So that was one thing I looked out for, because I had that kind of vision too, of giving, helping the needy, and we are truly trusting God to take us to that position where we are able to assist people more. Yes. So that was one thing that got me attracted. It's very generous.
That's beautiful. I mean, so you're very honest. That's a beautiful one. Thank you for that. And we are not saying these things to make ourselves feel good.
Yeah.
We are saying it because so that you can look at us and say, okay, this was what they saw. It wasn't like, because it wasn't like we just picked somebody off the streets. So the next thing I saw in Yemi was that she could manage. the next thing is something that I will explain now. Yemi has lost her father maybe 19 years.
Yeah.
For 19 years. And it wasn't like mommy had one supermarket or her siblings had one, But in all of this, you would really know that she had lost a parent or she lacked something. She still managed what she had. Sometimes you see Yemi combine some certain things. She'll combine one gown.
Don't talk about the sneakers.
She'll just combine it, like just to achieve something. Combine it. Oh, that thing touched me, because there are many people that have more than what she has or what she had, and are still not comfortable. They are not okay. They say no, they want more. But Yemi at the time, when I was still observing her, would manage what she had and still come out with something very beautiful. So I'm like, okay, because I'm saying this because it's very important. If you are if you are working towards blessing people, you need to be able to manage resources. Because God will send resources your way. You need to know how to channel the resources. It really touched me. So someone like that, it goes far to like speaking to me. And I'm like, oh, I need to have the person in my corner. Even if I wasn't going to get married to her, she's still going to be my friend. To be very honest. Because till today, in our family, when we were dating, when we were preparing for our wedding, she was in school. So she was not working. So I was doing all the work, making all the money. But at the same time, I knew that if the money stayed with me, I will find somebody to give. Somebody who just needs something. And then you have to help. I gave her all the money for the wedding, sent her all the money that we had arranged. Okay, we had a list. This money is going to this. And to the glory of God, she accounted for every 5 naira. I'm like, this person does not have... It's something that you can say, let me borrow 2,000. Let me borrow 3,000. Let me borrow 5,000. She accounted for every 5 naira. And at some point, at one day like that, the account was not accounting. She was disturbed. She was no. Something went wrong here. Something had gone wrong. Because she knew that she did not spend the money. So it was about... And she fixed it. Until she fixed it, she was not happy. I was like, okay. And today, she's the one that is holding our money in the house. Because we run one account. So we will speak about this one, because I know some people are wondering, like, you run one account? Yes, we have a family account. If we want to bless anybody, we bless anybody together. We do things together. But the money, anyway, is not in my own account. It's in her account, And then she's accounting for everything. In fact, I think she deserves the role of an accountant, because she's very good at that. So I wanted somebody that could manage. I'm not saying that manage is somebody that you want people to come and suffer with you. No, she's not suffering, right? So, but it's the fact that management is something that is needed to grow. For growth, you need to manage and not be mediocre. To manage resources that are available to you, to see how to grow them, to see how to expand them, and that she brings to the table. Management.
So, guys. I'm really blushing. Like, I don't know. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I think, this should be the second to the last.
Yeah, same here.
So, one of the major highlights for me accepting to go into a relationship with him was that he's a good nurturer. And when I say a good nurturer, he knows how to, he sees beyond what you are even seeing. That's like, he sees beyond what I'm saying. As that when we started dating, one of the major questions that he asked me, the part where I said he sent a slip that I sent, you should go and watch the video too. He sent a slip that, I don't want you to be my PA, I want you to be my partner. So that before that time, he said we have so many things to talk about, and then he asked me that what's my vision, all of those questions. It was more like a hot seat for me because I don't really talk too much. So when you're asking me those kind of serious questions, it's a very big deal for me, and I try to think about it well before giving an answer. So when he asked me that what's my vision, what am I looking forward to do, what is God asking me to do, and then I had to sit down to write it out, and then after pointing it all out, I shared it with him. And then when you see that someone carried that vision for you, I don't even know if he went on a retreat for that vision, but after sharing all of that with him, the results that came after all of that was superb, because every of the process from, for example, the songs and the release of the songs, the process, the recording, the release, and everything was done by the grace of God and this man you are seeing here, because he's a good midwife. And that's one thing I really want us to look forward to: marry a good midwife, God-sent midwife, because you don't want to get married to someone that will terminate that God-given vision that he has given to you, that vision that God has given to you. You want someone that will be able to nurture that gift, that assignment that God has given to you. There's the part where when I started hairstyling, when I introduced it to him that I'm an hairstylist, he didn't first accept it because, he's very ambitious. So he was thinking that, hairdresser, why do I want to marry you? But then when he saw the result, he was seeing the creativity that comes with it. He saw it that this is not something that should just go like that. So he assisted with the record. There are sometimes I make hair for customers, and then he's the one taking pictures, he's the one cleaning and everything. So he's a very good nurturer, and that's one thing he has showed me right from when we started down to this very moment that we are married. And it's really one thing that I'm really grateful for, that God led me to, I'm blessed with a very good midwife and a very great nurturer, someone who helps to nurture one's vision. And that's one thing that got me attracted to him. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I mean, it even links to what I was going to say now. Because the next thing I'm going to say now is that she's teachable. So one of the things that I observed in her was, I think before we started dating, she was I was asking about something, I think in church. I was asking, okay, what's your this thing, this, that. I can't remember the details anyway, but I was just asking something, and then I was just saying some things, providing some things. She was listening, and then, she decided to align somehow to it. I'm like, okay. So she's teachable. She's not just teachable today, or she's not just teachable yesterday. She's teachable today as well. And, just like with anybody, sometimes when new things are coming, you may not embrace it immediately. But with time, you know that, this is something that I'm supposed to do actually. This is something I'm supposed to put my, when we're supposed to release a song, I said, we are going to release a song. We're going to record this song, blah, 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 blah. Because that's the way I operate. I just move. You're going to record this song, blah, 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 blah. She said, no, it's too fast. He said, no, that's too fast.
My national anthem.
Exactly. No. He said, no. Don't you think it's too fast? I connected her with my producer. Before you knew it, song was out. She was like, oh, really? So, even in the midst of all of that, you could see that somebody was learning in that process. She was learning in that process. She was seeing that some things can actually be possible. One of the things that really puts people that are really driven off is when people are not teachable. It affects relationship between even friends. When you see that somebody is telling me something, trying to help me or correct me, and I'm rigid, that person has every right to stop talking to me. That person has every right to find their way, because relationship is like this. As much as I'm teaching her, she's also teaching me. So there's one thing about Yemi actually, super teachable. And I think that's everybody knows it. It's not just me that knows that. Everybody knows it. And it's not just the fact that you can influence her wrongly. And it's not like you just come and say something. No. It's somebody that is teachable, Now it may take time to assess what you are saying, but once they find sense in it, once they understand it, they run with it. So that's the second to the last one. I'll say the last one. Last one is a bit controversial, but I'll give you say your own. Let me say my own.
Okay, so the last one is that he's a fine guy.
Ooh.
Just negodu. Although I can't say that with I can't say that with the throwback pictures because
well
you don't want to see his throwback pictures.
Who wants to see your own? Who wants to see
I'm a
your own?
fine girl. Don't
Who wants to see your own?
Oh, raw money.
Raw money, yeah, my auntie.
So one thing I just want to say is that we shouldn't look at the now, because when you have someone that has a vision,
Yes.
a great vision, he has direction. Oh my fine, oh my low, that's just a joke. But to be fair, if you have someone that it doesn't seem like it now, it doesn't seem like what you envisioned, and just like the word envision is a vision, it's something you are looking forward to. So if you have that thing in mind that is going to be great, like that vision is going to be great, you should look forward to that. Don't look at the now, look at what is going to become of it in the future. And I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that, because if there was one thing I was looking out for in when they say spec, I was not looking for a tall, dark, and handsome. It's dark. Yes, that's one of the things.
I'm not tall.
It's not even like tall. I was not looking forward to someone who is tall, but moderate height and everything. So it was not really like he marked like that's from in the past, though, like from the beginning. When I didn't really have the understanding at that time. So I was thinking of there has to be a particular aspect here. But then it's beyond that. Beyond that. If you know what you are doing, if you know where you are headed to, that one should not even be part of what you are looking out for. So that's the last thing.
Yes.
He's a fine guy.
Thank you very much. So obviously I'm going to end on physical attributes. She's beautiful. That one, flawless. Sometimes, when somebody is beside you and you're like,
Oh my God.
So no, she's absolutely beautiful. So one thing that was like a last checkpoint for me was the fact that she was slim. See, after somebody has checked all your lists, and then you're not like, yeah, he's slim, man. Yeah, she's really slim. Now that slim size fits her face, fits everything.
Yeah.
But I'm like, as a man, you're like,
There's more.
Exactly. So I wanted to say, okay, maybe I'll not just go for this lady and all of that. And in thinking about it, I think I've shared it with you before. In thinking about it, I don't know, it was just like an inspiration. He said, okay, look at her now. If she was the daughter of Femi or $10, will you still marry her? And I just thought about it.
Think about it.
If she was the daughter of Femi or $10, Femi or $10 is one of the billionaires in Nigeria, even the world. I'm like, He said, look at the daughter of Femi or $10. I looked at the daughter of Femi or $10. I think it's Temi or $10. I look at her size. I say, because he got off video now, like they are the same thing. And everybody's dying to marry her. Then I knew that was the thing that chased away size from my head. That, see, if you married her, based on the fact that based on the idea that she's Femi Otedola's daughter, it means that shape was never a thing.
True.
And that was it for me. So if you're looking at shape to determine who you marry, you're looking at the wrong thing. Absolutely wrong thing. What even qualifies, my wife's face is beautiful, but my wife's character is even more beautiful. My wife's inside is even more beautiful than the face. Apostle Peter advises women that they should adorn their inside and inward parts. You know, not just be focused about the makeup. She does beautiful makeup, modest one. But what attracts me more is what is inside, to be honest. Not even what's outside. What's outside is superficial because it has a tendency to even grow. It has what's outside, it changes. That's the point. If she gets pregnant now, face will change, body will change. But that's something that is inside does not change. So I'm challenging us, young men, young women. Don't be delayed because of size, current size. It's not even forever size, current size. Don't be delayed because of current size. Look out more for what's inside. I'm happy to be married to my wife, to the glory of God. I think this month is our seventh month. Yeah, no, 8th, I think. 8th month. We got married in March, yeah? Yeah, so this month is our eighth month. Yeah. So we are very happy. We thank God for what God has done. It's not like we are like I said, not like we are the perfect example of what a marriage should look like, but we are sharing these things so that you can get light from it. We are not trying to impose on you, but we are trying to tell you that there's a possibility that you are not probably seeing now. It's possible. It's possible. All right. Thank you for watching. We like to end it this way. That you subscribe to our channel. Please like the video. So that the algorithm can refer to more people and more people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. See ya. I love you.
I love you too.